Welcome back for another video. For the last time this season, we catch up with the experts for their transfer plans, captaincy and the experts team ahead of the season's finale. Thanks for all your support this season. I've put absolutely everything into the content and love making videos, and hopefully it shows. There's even more planned for the channel next season, lots coming, and good luck to all of you in Gameweek 38. Let's kick off with a brief manager highlight, and heading into Gameweek 38, David Vos sits on the cusp of top 100 at rank 103. 5 of our experts have finished top 100 in the world before. Could we be on for a 6th? Heading into the final game week, we have 4 experts ranked top 1k and a further 29 in the top 10k. There's many just a few points outside. The experts average in Gameweek 37 was 71. Well done if you were able to beat them. As you can imagine, not a single manager is rolling the transfer in Gameweek 38. 66% are making 1 transfer, 30% are making 2 and 3% are making 3. One expert has their free hit active, and we've got their team to share, more on that later. A surprisingly high 10% are taking a -4. That isn't to say that -4s won't be repaid, but in many cases it's a high stakes bet with just one game for that hit to be repaid. What we do know is that Gameweek 38 is historically a goal fest. This graphic, courtesy of Fantasy Football Scout, breaks it down nicely. The far left column shows goals per game in Gameweek 38, while the column just to the right of that is the season average per game. So clearly there's weight behind the theory, and the data shows without fail that Gameweek 38 averages more goals. So the takeaway is to spend your transfers on high upside picks if possible, and certainly if you're looking at a -4 for the finale. That's certainly the approach the experts are taking, so let's break down their top transfers in and out. It's Eze who comes out on top as flavour of the week. We talked about him in this week's Players to Buy video. 5.7 mil, so he's an easy replacement for one of Mitoma or McAllister, who are away to Villa. He has 10 goals and 5 assists this season. He's in form right now, and he's home to Forest, which on paper looks like a game with lots of goals. Another game that looks like it could be a goal fest is Arsenal home to Wolves. A disappointing end to the season for Arsenal, and they'll want to finish on a high with a convincing win in front of home fans. Some positivity to take into the break. Ødegaard is the second top transfer in with that in mind. With Man United having secured Champions League now, don't be surprised to see heavy rotation in Gameweek 38 ahead of the FA Cup final. Shaw and Rashford among those who could miss out. So Rashford to Ødegaard or Trossard is another great transfer if Rashford misses out. As we know, he has been struggling with an injury, and he came on earlier than planned against Chelsea due to Antony's injury. Grealish, another potential make way for an Arsenal mid. Having missed a few games now, it actually wouldn't come as a surprise if he is back in the 11, now that Pep may look to field a strong 11 to get some rhythm back into the team ahead of 2 cup finals. A surprisingly high 12% have sold Haaland. Certainly if you are looking for a big final game week punt to try and catch a mini league leader or perhaps rank, then it is an option, and Kane's a very good like for like replacement who we at least know will play 90 minutes. All chips are used now. One expert has the free hit active, Gek. A Gameweek 38 free hit is an interesting strategy and you don't see it often. On the one hand, as we discussed, it is a goal fest game week, and in the game's current state you're likely to get more early news than any other game week in the season to navigate unexpected rotation. On the other hand, it is a single game week and you typically free hit in a blank or double. So here's his team. It's Ramsdale in goal, a back three of Porro, Shaw and Trent. In midfield, Son, Salah captain, Fernandes, Eze and Maddison. Up top it's Kane and Alvarez. No Haaland. He said, "The end of the season is here and finally it's time to use the free hit I've been holding on to all season. I think this could be a great rank booster as we'll hopefully get some key news before the deadline. I'm focusing on the games where teams have something to play for or really attacking the fixtures. Going without Haaland could be worth it this week, instead using the funds to get Salah, Son, Kane and Bruno. Let's see how it turns out." Moving on to the experts' captaincy, and it's a crazy spread this week. Salah leads with 58% of the experts backing him for the Southampton game. Another potential goal fest on the cards. Firmino is captained by one expert in that same game. Champions League is out of reach for Liverpool now, so Klopp can afford to rotate, and we're likely to see Tsimikas, Darwin or Firmino who might start, perhaps even both. Kane is second on the captaincy poll of 20%, and Haaland gets just 15%. McNeil is a pretty outrageous captain. However, Everton are fighting for their lives, and a win home against Bournemouth guarantees survival. Elsewhere, Maddison, Rashford, Fernandes, Saka and Son captained by a single expert each. So let's have a look at how the experts team looks as we close the season off. The experts team is built from the highest owned players among all the experts, but first we have to look at how the teams evolved over the season. This was how the Game Week 1 experts team looked. Salah and Alexander-Arnold, the only players to be in the Game Week 1 and Game Week 38 team. It feels like a lifetime ago where big at the back was the Gameweek 1 meta, and the Neto plus Bailey picks in many teams as midfield enablers. It was Kane marginally in the team over Haaland as well. On reflection, the answer was to have both, rather than Salah, to afford some team balance. The Gameweek 38 team has Kepa in goal, a back three of Trent, Trippier and Estepinian. In midfield, Salah captain, Mitoma, Fernandes, Rashford and McAllister, up top Isak and Haaland. Not enough transfer activity for Eze to displace any of the mids despite being the most popular transfer in. The bench is Raya, Shaw, Botman and Greenwood. You could make the case for starting Shaw, though it would come as no surprise if Dalot or Malacia get a start over him in left back, considering they do have a cup final to come and it's a dead rubber game for Man United. Isak's a hangover in many teams from double Gameweek 36. There's not that many replacements for cheaper, but to name a couple, Edouard from Palace and Awani from Nottingham Forest. They face one another in a game which could have lots of goals. Neither team have anything to play for, so it's a type of fixture that can throw up a goal fest, with both teams going out there and enjoying themselves. For better or worse, leaks are going to be key in Gameweek 38. If you can wait, then make your transfers closer to the deadline. If for example we get news that Haaland doesn't start, then selling for Kane's a standout transfer. However, just bear in mind that with the mass last minute transfers, the servers have struggled on occasions this season, so you do run the small risk of making no transfers at all. Have plans in place beforehand. If Haaland is benched, then I sell for Kane. If Rashford's benched, then I sell for Odegaard. If Salah's benched, then I sell for Son, etc. If you're prepared, then no last minute panic. Rather than thanking the experts who responded this week on the left hand side, instead we're going to thank all 300 experts that participated over the season. This series wouldn't have been possible without them. So as always, we do ask them for any tips and insight for the game week ahead. FPL Analyst says, it's been an enjoyable but grueling season, definitely getting harder to gain rank. There has been a strong template and a core group of players that have shifted with the template. Looking forward to Gameweek 1 of next season already. Maddie says, so many ups and downs this season, yet we all enjoyed it. Good luck for the final game week of the season. Andrew says, Edouard is the perfect budget punt for anyone making multiple transfers and looking to free up money for other players. Cheap as chips, nailed for the final week and with an attractive home fixture. Also provides a brilliant reason to watch Palace vs Forest. Marco says, as we enter the fray one last time this season, I wish everyone the best of luck for the final game week. I hope the managers who have watched and listened to this experts video throughout the season have found it helpful, because it's been awesome to be involved in such a great series. Big up Oscar for making it all possible with his relentless hard work and dedication to make it happen each week. Enjoy the well-deserved break when it comes. Thanks for that, Marco. Root Cause says, final game week of the season, one last chance for a green arrow and to get the rank you're after and hopefully win your mini league. If you're making transfers, then target players from teams that need to win. Villa, Spurs, Brentford, Everton, Leeds and Leicester. Good luck. Rugster says, toughest season in 15 years, so many 50-50 fails. Decisions were sound but outcomes killed me. We go again next season. Oscar says, the constant search for team leaks every week just makes the game worse. Hopefully they change the deadline to just before kickoff for next season. Fake leaks and rumours are going to make Sunday a bloodbath on Twitter. And lastly, FPL Greg says, thanks Oscar, you've helped me to get to overall rank 13k so far. Appreciate all you do and we'll be with you all the way next season. I don't normally include the nice feedback the experts send to me personally on the forum, but wanted to include a couple to end the season. Anyway, thanks for watching and hope to have you all with me all the way next season as well. On a personal note, the channel's doubled in size, which is incredible growth. It's been a good season. This is the final upload of 22-23. Thanks for everything and see you next season when we go again.